Hey guys, welcome to So Says Natal. I know lately my videos have just been unboxing of games and arcade sticks, but I'm actually going back to my roots with this episode and I'm actually going to give a review. It's actually for a piece of hardware. What piece of hardware, you ask? It's the PlayStation Vita. I got the Vita in February, but I waited about a good month or so to finally give you guys a review so I could have time to really indulge in this new portable. I myself don't buy a lot of portable consoles. I mainly use my iPhone if I want to play a game on the train. The last handheld device that I picked up specifically just for gaming must have been the Game Boy Advance, and that was a while ago. Before I give my opinion on this device, let's see what the device can actually do. One of the coolest features on the PlayStation Vita is an app called Near. With Near, you could see how far you have traveled since your last use of the app, and it also gathers players' information around your location. With that information, tap on the Discoveries tab, where you can view new games from other players and even receive gifts for games that can be downloaded and then redeemed once you play that game. When you have too many applications open and you want to do some cleanup, press the PS button on the Vita twice and you can see your apps in a folder display. If you don't like the whole folder look, you can simply just swipe across the screen left and right and get a different look. With the apps that you don't want open anymore, just touch the right hand part of the screen and tear away like a sheet of paper. Editing the main screen on the PlayStation Vita allows you to really customize the machine to make it your own. You can use some of the Vita's pre-installed backgrounds, which are nice but slightly basic, or you can use any photos that you have saved on the Vita itself. Every page that you have for the Vita can have its own background, and you can always drag icons for the different apps and move them around the screen for your liking. You can always add more pages by tapping the plus icon to help with your organization. For physical features, and the ones that are very interesting in my opinion, is that it comes with two cameras. There's one in the front and there's one also in the back as well. As you can see, this screen back here, this is actually all touchpad screen, so it's equivalent to the one in the front as well. They're both two touchpad screens, except one just actually displays video and one is just literally like a mouse pad. The PlayStation Store is in the menus as well. You could go right into it. One of the best features about the PlayStation Store is everything that you purchase on your Vita links with your account on your PS3 if you have a PlayStation 3. If you don't have a PlayStation 3, you really won't enjoy a lot of the features of the Vita, since the Vita was definitely built to coincide with the PS3. With this remote play app, you could actually control the main menu of your PS3 through your Vita and it will be displayed on the screen. I don't really see the significance of it, except maybe your TV busted and you need to check something on your PS3 without turning on your TV. Besides that, you really can't do anything else. It's not like you can internet browse on it, or you can't even run a game that you downloaded from the PSN network. So it's mainly just a mini display for the PS3. The Vita also has Netflix on it as well if your iPhone, iPad, or iEverything device or your other mobile device doesn't have it already. They also have a Facebook and Flickr app for the Vita as well, and a Music Unlimited one. Now remember, there's two different types of Vita. I personally picked up the Wi-Fi one for $249 because I live in New York City and there's pretty much free Wi-Fi everywhere. Now if you like to have bills and spend your money on bills the rest of your life, you could also get the 3G/Wi-Fi version, which is $300. The benefits of getting that one is you can watch your Netflix and check your Facebook and Flickr anywhere with your 3G device. A lot of the games don't use the 3G connection to play games online, so if you even want to play a game online, you probably have to find a spot with free Wi-Fi in order to play it. And if that's your main focus of purchasing a Vita, is to play online games, and you need Wi-Fi to do it, why spend an extra $50 for 3G, which also comes with another bill every month? The one thing I do recommend spending your money on is the memory. The memory is really tiny on the Vita and it can be easily lost. I recommend picking up the biggest capacity possible if you could afford it. This is the memory to the Vita. You could pretty much lose this anywhere. I recommend picking up the biggest one. The biggest size they offer is a 32 gig card, and that's $99.99 retail price. I know it may sound like a lot of money now, but think about it. A lot of the games that you could purchase them as digital downloads straight from the PlayStation Store right onto your Vita, instead of going to a local retail shop and picking up a hard copy. Now the digital downloads are actually $5 cheaper than the physical copies. So if you're a type of gamer that chooses digital downloads over physical ones, get the bigger memory unit. You can store more games on it. If you get the smaller memory units, you might see yourself swapping units back and forth in order to play games, and you might lose them. If the 32 gig at $99 is too rich for your blood, they have a 16 gig one for $50. I purchased a 16 gig because I really don't like digital downloads. I'd rather have a physical copy of a game in my hand. Now, when it comes to the software for the PlayStation Vita, there really isn't that much out there. You mainly have your standard sports game, a couple of racing games, a first-person shooter. The only reason why I picked up my Vita early is I'm a big Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 fan, and I needed a handheld copy of that game. I'm also a big fan of the Uncharted series, and when I heard that a new Uncharted was going to be a launch title, I had to pick it up in February to play that game. If you want to buy a game that shows the full power of the PlayStation Vita, then definitely pick up Uncharted. Now, for the pricing on the games, the prices vary. Sony said that they're not having a set price for any Vita game. Like, the Uncharted game is $49.99, but Ultimate Marvel is $40, and Mod Nation Racers is $30. I don't really see anything wrong with this. I actually think it's a great thing. It might open a lot of doors for third-party developers who want to get their games out there, but don't really have all the funding to do it. So do I think you should buy PlayStation Vita? It depends on what type of gamer you are. If you just need every brand new electronic, you probably own one already. If you're waiting for amazing RPGs or a specific Sony exclusive title, wait till that title comes out and purchase it. Now, if you're a fighting game buff, I definitely recommend this little piece of equipment right here because you already have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for it. And if you go onto the PlayStation Network, you could download a lot of PSP fighting games. And now I have Alpha 3, Tekken 6, Darkstalkers, the Samurai Showdown Anthology, and this machine has pretty much become a little fighting game device. All in all, the PlayStation Vita, great for hardcore gamers. Casual gamers, I would wait a little bit more. I wouldn't necessarily pick one up now. Die-hard Sony fans, you probably already own it. And if you're a fighting game fan and you're wondering whether or not it was worth it, since fighting games aren't really showcased that well on handhelds, this one showcases them very well. This is So Says Natal, and remember, always try playing as many games as you possibly can, even on the train.